started. So hi, I'm Amber from Influencer Updates on Instagram, and today I'm going to be giving you an update on the 3 biggest stories of the week for Australian influencers. The first one being Roxy Jacenko and her $10 million giveaway. The second one being Courtney Stubbs and her postpartum baby body weight loss post that she did. And the third one being Christie Swadling, an update on her dogs. She is rehoming one of her dogs. So the first one, Roxy Jacenko. She announced today, I got an email this morning when I woke up, and it's also been on like 7 News, unless that was fake. I'm not sure if it really was on 7 News or if she just did like a fake post. You know how people are doing all those fake billboard posts and stuff lately? Could have just been like that. But she is doing a $10 million giveaway, apparently. So I have looked at the terms and conditions of this giveaway, and it's sort of like the Adrian Portelli LMCT Plus giveaways where you're purchasing a membership, but in this case, you're purchasing a month subscription to Roxy Jacenko's business boot camp. But if you purchase 3 years worth, you're going to get 500 entries into this $10 million giveaway. So it's something like $500 for 500 entries, but you also get 3 years of subscription. So I think that's how they get around gambling laws with these sorts of things. Like, apparently it's not a loophole, it's just a legal way of doing a giveaway. So it's not gambling, it is a giveaway. You're purchasing a service or a membership, and entering the draw is like a bonus. But yes, it is gambling in my opinion. But yeah, the weird thing about this one is that if you look at the terms and conditions, it says that if you win the giveaway, you win a chance to play the game. And then if you go further into the terms and conditions, the game is that you get to fly to Sydney. I think it's Sydney. They pay for you to like stay there and everything up to the value of $5,000. It sounds like a really fun trip where you get to go play the game. And in this room, there's 250 envelopes, and you're not allowed to touch the envelopes, and you have to choose 2 envelopes of the 250. And if those 2 envelopes both have winning symbols in them, only 2 envelopes do, and you have to pick the exact correct 2 envelopes, then you win the $10 million house. So I believe that the maths on this, so the chance of picking 1 would be a 2 in 250 chance, and then the chance of picking the second one would be a 1 in 249 chance. So I think if you like multiply the chances, I'm not sure, I'm an accountant, so I should know this. I should know my maths, but I feel like it's a 1 in 62,000 chance that if you are selected to play the game, only one person is selected. And if that person plays the game, I believe they have a 1 in 62,000 chance of winning the house. So it is very unlikely anybody is going to win. To me, that seems a little bit dodgy, the marketing behind it. But I mean, it is true. There is potentially someone who could win this house. But the second prize, like the runner-up prize, if you don't win the house, you do win 250,000 Australian dollars. So, I mean, that is still pretty awesome. But realistically, to me, this giveaway is that somebody's going to win $250,000. Anyway, that's enough about that. I just have a lot of thoughts about that. It just seems so different to what she's portraying. Okay, second update, Courtney Stubbs. So Courtney Stubbs won... Oh, I think she won Love Island. No, she didn't actually. She was a contestant on Love Island Australia, and she had a baby with an ex-maths person. His name is Jack. I should have looked up his name. I believe his name is Jack. He was with Dominica on her season of maths, and they are now together. They've had a baby 4 months ago, and Courtney Stubbs, she posted a underwear photo a few days ago showing her postpartum body 4 months on, and she had like this big long caption saying, you know, she has worked so hard for her body and she's so proud that she's like breastfeeding and she's managed to lose so much weight. And she went on to detail what she's eating, and it was saying that it was in line with what her naturopath was recommending. So she was saying she fasts, mind you, as I said, she's breastfeeding. She fasts until noon every day, at which point she has lunch. She then eats her dinner, and then as a snack/treat, she eats 2 Tim Tams. And that is her entire meal for the day, like meal plan for the day. And this, she also went on to detail like an exercise plan of like walking a few times a week and exercising once a week, like at a gym or something. But yeah, there was an immediate uproar. I'm not really sure what Courtney expected, but there was an immediate uproar that this is not enough food to sustain a milk supply for an infant. It is definitely not enough food to remain healthy by any means. Like, it seems like a very, very significant calorie deficit to just be having 2 meals and 2 Tim Tams per day. But yeah, so the feedback on that post wasn't that great. I mean, people were like, good on you, fantastic that you're proud of your body and everything, but you should be proud because of what you've achieved. Like, you've given birth to a baby. Like, your weight isn't the biggest thing in the world. And then a few people also brought up that when she was pregnant, she referred to herself as fat, and that got a lot of people, I guess, upset while she was pregnant, because when you are pregnant, you are not fat, you are baby. Like, it is not fat, it is baby. Anyway, Courtney then ended up deleting the caption and did like a story update saying that she didn't expect any hate from this, and she can't believe how mean people are being, and that she's tried really hard, and, you know, she tries to share something good and everybody just brings her down. And then, yeah, changed the caption to just postpartum body update or something, or just something basic, and took out all the details that people were not happy about. I also did like a poll on my subscription and said, like, do people find these sort of posts helpful or hurtful? And most people said they find them hurtful. Like, it really puts pressure on people who are pregnant as well as new mums, that they feel that they need to be dieting, and really you do not need to be. I mean, you should be eating healthy, but you do not need to be dieting, that's for sure. The third update is Christie Swadling. So Christie Swadling and her fiance Justin Price. So I'm just looking at my eyes. The lighting in here is really weird. It creates these shadows, and if I look up, I look kind of like an alien because they disappear. But anyway, Christie Swadling and her fiance Justin Price, they own a dog breeding business. I think it's actually Justin that owns it, but, you know, they live together, they're engaged. So that's why this update goes under the Christie Swadling banner. They, back in April 2023, so a year ago, Christie did a post saying that they now own 3 Frenchies, because they breed Frenchies. So they have Harley, London, and also another one, which I couldn't find the name of before this post, before I went live. But Justin recently did a post with this company, Fendi Frenchies. I think Fendi Frenchies is his breeding company. That's like his breeding Instagram. And he did a post with them saying that due to work requirements and life getting rather busy, they are going to be rehoming London, one of their dogs, and that she is like a top of the range breeding dog. She's just 12 months old now, and she's about to enter her first heat. So they're really trying to like sell her to another breeder, and they're really trying to say, you know, she's really good for breeding. It's very much not like she's a lovely dog and we're going to miss her and we want her to go to a good home. And yeah, that's also caused quite a bit of uproar. So it seems that people get very upset when people rehome their pets, especially when it seems like it's for a frivolous reason, such as you're too busy. So being that they are dog breeders, people were saying that they should know the commitment that a Frenchie is, and they obviously do know the commitment. They also have 2 other Frenchies. And then weirdly, Christie did an update on her stories this week in a Q&A, saying that, you know, there's all these rumors going around that they're rehoming Harley, and absolutely not. They're definitely keeping Harley, but they weren't the rumors. It was facts that they are rehoming London. But then she did a story saying there's rumors that we're rehoming Harley. It sort of seemed like gaslighting behavior, because then I was confused as well. I was like, have I got this wrong? They're not rehoming their dog. But then I looked and I'm like, oh no, they are. They're just not rehoming Harley. And yeah, of course, a lot of confusion in my subscriptions as well. But yes, that is the update, that they are rehoming one of their dogs called London, and she is a Frenchie. I'm just going to go through the questions now, see what everyone's up to. My sister's on here. She says hi. People had Doritos and dip for dinner. Doesn't seem like a very healthy meal, but it does seem very delicious. Someone's going to the Melbourne Fashion Festival and there's going to be heaps of influencers there. That would be so cool. I would just love to see all the influencers at that event. I'll just quickly talk about my pajamas. Of course, Peter Alexander. Sorry, I almost splashed my bra then. These are my favourite satin ones, of course. People are saying yes, that the Roxy Jacenko giveaway does seem ridiculous when you look at the terms and conditions. Okay, Sam Guggenheimer and Morgan Waterhouse. So I noticed that Outspoken Podcast, they did an update about that today, saying how Sam posted a photo of Morgan at Melbourne Fashion Week, like she was sitting across from him and she took a photo of him and posted it. He then reshared it. But this isn't the first time Sam's posted a photo of Morgan Waterhouse. I remember posting it to Stubbs maybe a month or two ago. She was somewhere with him and I was like, this is the influencer friendship / relationship I never saw coming. Like, he is significantly older than her and I just never would have imagined that they would be in the same circles, but apparently they are, and I don't believe that there's anything romantic going on with them. I think that it's purely just being in the same circles and being friends. That's just my opinion though. We'll see. Szep and Mitch. So for weeks now, every week I talk about them and there's still no updates. Like I still don't believe that they're together. She did a post today saying, I guess this is an update. She posted today just like a weekly sort of photo dump, and it was photos of her children and photos of her drinking tea and doing a face mask, just the simple things as she put it. And she wrote that her camera roll these days is just filled with the boys, which I assume means her children, and houses I'd like to build. Not we would like to build. So it very much seemed like she is a single mum and she's talking about her boys and what she wants to do in her future. So yeah, I still believe that they've split, or they're having a break at least, potentially. Has Adele announced her boyfriend? Love her. I don't believe she has announced her boyfriend. I haven't seen her talking about him much lately actually, but I did put in Stubbs a few months ago who he is, but he isn't on social media. Like I believe he doesn't even have an Instagram. I'm trying to remember when I posted about him. Yeah, I believe he doesn't even have an Instagram account, so it's not like you can go stalk him or anything, but yeah, hopefully she is still with him because she seemed very happy with him. Someone here is saying that Courtney Stubbs, her eating plan seems a very normal and healthy way to eat, especially the fasting. I think that it can be a normal and healthy way to eat, but I do not think that it is a normal, healthy way to eat when breastfeeding, because you do burn extra calories when breastfeeding and you are therefore extremely hungry when breastfeeding because you need to be eating a lot more to sustain that milk supply. Love that colour on you, thank you. I also have an extra tanned face this week. So I've been using Anna McAvoy, you know, her brand Goldie Bee, her face tan. I bought one of them and I love it. Like, the applicator is just so nice. I just love spraying it. I'm a bit scared though that I'm going to go too dark. Like, I want to just spray it all the time and just go crazy on it because it feels so nice. But I think it's a very good colour. I did also do a fake tan on my body tonight, so that is still drying. Veruca and Mick Testa beef over messages. Yeah, so I posted again about this in Subs this week. So Veruca posted a series of messages. It was very confusing because she wasn't saying names of anyone, but what it seems like is she lives with these twins and she has another friend who is a male, and she took a photo of his phone. This is why it got confusing, because it looked like, it looked like Mick Testa was messaging Veruca's male friend saying Veruca needs to stay away from the twins. They're bad news. I'm just looking out for Veruca, and then said some awful things that I'm not going to repeat on this live. And then, it got really confusing because Veruca was then like, I've actually never met Mick before, only online. So that was very weird. And so, like, why would Mick be looking out for her? And then, like, you could see on TikTok that Mick has been hanging out with the twins. So I would think she would be friends with them, but they're all no longer following each other. And it just seems like, I don't know. I just feel like wherever Mick Testa goes, there's drama. Mick Testa attracts drama. She is drama. I think that she was on a holiday recently with the twins. So maybe that's why they had a fight, because she's also no longer friends with her bestie, Bailey Tallulah. Like, seems like they're no longer following each other. But there was some sort of beef between Veruca and Mick. And then Veruca was mentioning that when she was at her baby's funeral, she realised a whole heap of things and then unfollowed a bunch of people that I guess she unfollowed Mick because she's never even met Mick before. And then, I don't know, apparently Mick was a bit annoyed about that or something. But yes, it was all very strange. And then Veruca quickly deleted the post. So we never got any further update on that one. Any updates on Ashy Bines? I guess the biggest update is that in April, so next month, she is coming to Melbourne and she's running like her booty tour. It's like a 2-day event. I think like the first day, I have looked at this, but the tickets have been on sale for ages, so I can't really remember exactly what it is. But the first day was more like a workshop, like a big group thing, like heaps of people. She'll do a workout and looked like there was some like dance class and meditation and things like that. And then day 2, that's when like she does her intimate things where she has like 20 people and they pay heaps of money and they are like really closely working with her one-on-one for the day. So yeah, she'll be coming to Melbourne. It'll be interesting to see if that is a much bigger event than Adelaide, because when she went to Adelaide, it looked like the event was run in a school hall and it just looked very small, like compared to her heyday when there were like thousands of people attending her workouts. But yeah, it'll be good to see how many fans she's still got in Melbourne. Did you see the wedding photos of Zara from the Shameless podcast? Yeah, so Zara, can't remember her surname, sorry, from Shameless. She got married last weekend and she wore a dress that reminded me of Sophia Richie. Like it looked very classic old money sort of vibe. She had just like this, her hair out and like flicked at the bottom and a big bow, and she just looked really cute. And I loved that it was something different. Like I certainly wouldn't wear it myself, but she looked amazing and it was just a very different dress. It was short and then her shoes had like a square toe on them. You have to see the photo. But yeah, it was very cute, I thought. Why are some influencers not disclosing ads these days? Isn't it the law? No, it's not the law. So a lot of people have complained to like ad standards boards about this, and they always just come back saying, if it looks like an ad and it feels like an ad, that's okay. It's probably an ad and people should know this by now, which I think is a bit of a cop-out, to be honest. But I noticed like Lily Brown this week, I posted this in Stubbs as well, she put ad on one of her ads and she actually hid it behind the cap, like the little logo in the corner. So the only way you could see that it was an ad is if you held down on the screen to make her name and logo disappear. And I just thought that was very dodgy. Like, I feel like that was intentional. Maybe the brand had stipulated to her that she must put ad on the ad. So she's like, okay, well, I will, but I'll hide it. So yeah, I did think that was kind of weird. She is known for putting like black hashtag ad, like in black font, over like see the bottom of this screen, how it's looking a bit black. She would put it in that spot so you could barely even see it. But yeah, I think she's notorious for doing that. And yes, I've noticed that most influencers don't seem to put ad anymore because I guess they don't have to. There's no accountability. That would be why. Have I discussed the Elizabeth Arden influencer trip? I know more New Zealand influencers, but you've posted about Simone Anderson in the past. I didn't post about it. I just don't know anything about it, to be honest. I believe Outspoken, the podcast, have covered it. I haven't listened to the episode yet, but might do so after this. But yeah, if you want to know about that, you should definitely go listen to their podcast. Nobody has asked about these things, but I just want to quickly cover these because influencers and business is my favourite topic. So I've written a little summary here. I wrote it in case it didn't come up. So this week, again, I've posted all this on Subs, but Brittney Saunders, she has done like a preview of a new business she's doing called Glazey. So the subscribers, we have sort of solved that one and we believe that is her lip gloss brand. So she was mentioning maybe a year ago, I think, that she was going to launch a lip gloss brand. So yes, that is coming soon, called Glazey. Georgie Stevenson, she has announced that she is now a co-owner of Summer Skin. So she's been doing like paid ads with Summer Skin for about a year now. And they have like these face tanning drops. They have like a face moisturizer and a natural deodorant and maybe one other product. I think there were 4 products. And yeah, Georgie and her brother Cooper, who own Rise and Conquer and also own Naked Harvest, they have now bought into Summer Skin and they've rebranded it. It's all like beige now rather than colourful. And yeah, the products do look really nice. I've never tried any of them though. And Sarah's Day, so she has announced a collaboration with White Fox Boutique in this last week, and White Fox Boutique showed one of the warehouses ready for the launch of this range, House of House of Balance is the name that Sarah's given the range. And yeah, they showed the warehouse, and it has to be seen to be believed. It is unbelievable how many boxes are in this warehouse ready to be sent to customers purchasing this collection, I assume. Another influencer launching a new business is Indy Clinton, although she has just said coming soon. She hasn't said it's a new business. I assume it's a podcast. And yeah, I mean, I think that'll do really well. People love her. People would love to listen to her podcast. But then she was at, what's it called? Chemist Warehouse. She was there this week. So people are thinking maybe it could be something to do with that and maybe not a podcast. So we will find out soon what that one is. And then Kat Clark, she did her launch of her business and she's already rented out a warehouse. So first of all, she was saying, you know, she's a small business. She's running it from her townhouse. And then the collection sold out really, really quickly. And now she has gone and rented a warehouse straight away. And I actually think it's a bit funny that she keeps referring to her business as a small business. And yeah, I get that it is, in terms of like the ATO would classify it as a small business at this point. I think your turnover has to be like more than $2 million a year or something. Again, I should know that, but I just don't. And yeah, I just think it's really not a small business. Like, a small business is when you start, I mean, it is, as I said, it technically is, but to me, a small business is like my sister. She started Tribe Skincare with 4 products and she had no following. She had a personal following of about 200 people at the time and no following. And that is a small business. Like, she built that up off the ground into what it became, and now she has sold it. And yeah, I just think it's just quite funny that these influencers classify themselves as small businesses. All right, and sorry, I'll just finish off the questions and then I will leave you all to it. So, loving Maria Thatil's new collab with Novo. The campaign is hot. The campaign is so hot. She's so hot. And I was actually thinking that I wouldn't be able to post it to Stubbs because they don't allow me to post anything that's not PG. And yeah, the campaign to me is not really PG. But yeah, she is doing a collaboration with the shoe brand Novo. Any updates on Sarah's day and the article in Mamamia saying she's in decline? I haven't read that article yet, but I do want to read it because the Torba girls from Outspoken Podcast, they are now writers for Mamamia, and they did write an article about Sarah's day and that she's currently in decline. But I mean, I think that is true, definitely. Without reading the article, she is in decline. But I think that every influencer has their heyday. And now there's just so many influencers that it's the older ones have lost their shine, I suppose. Did you already talk about Michaela Testa and boxing? I'm not sure if I spoke about this last week, but there was this boxing person, because it was last week, I can't remember all the names, but there was this famous boxing person and he was looking for a contestant for Michaela Testa to fight, like one of those celebrity boxing matches. And he said something like, the prize money will be no less than $1 million. Like, I guess they expect a lot of people to be watching this. I would love to watch Michaela Testa and Anna Paul have a boxing match. I think that would be such a funny celebrity boxing match. Gypsy Lust's pregnancy announcement. Yes, so Lauren Bullen is her name. Gypsy Lust, she has announced that she is pregnant with her boyfriend Liam. Starts with B as well, his surname. So they're both LB, and they wrote LB 3.0. So I wonder if they will give their baby an L name. But yeah, she is pregnant. They did break up for a while during COVID, maybe for like 6 months or so, and they are now back together and having a baby. Keeping up with Aussie influencers, that account, they've said here, it's bold of White Fox and Sarah's Day to assume that many customers will buy it after their lack of service. Yeah, I agree that White Fox has been in the media a lot lately for not fulfilling orders, not replying to customers. They do have a bit of a bad reputation at the moment, but they are just experiencing exponential growth. And I think that there's probably a lot of customers who are satisfied, and then it's a very loud minority that are spreading all of this bad press. But yeah, people must still be buying from White Fox. I never have personally, but yeah, I imagine that's why they're so popular and they are projecting a lot of sales, because they must be doing really well. Must be young people buying it. I'm really not sure, actually. Tammy Hembro wedding. So I was listening to a Where's Your Head At podcast today with Matt Zakowski, Tammy's fiance, and he was saying that last week he did an episode where him and Anna both spoke about their upcoming weddings. So I haven't listened to it yet, but I definitely need to listen to it because I love anything to do with Matt and Tammy's wedding. It's all very exciting. And that is it for the week. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'll post this on YouTube now, and DM me if I haven't answered any of your questions, and we will talk there. Thank you. Bye.